So there are lots of misconceptions when it comes to working in UX UI design. When you browse online, there are way too many people saying what you should or you should not do. And while one person is telling you to do one thing, the other person is telling you to do the exact opposite. And as a result, you feel confused, you feel lost, and you feel super stuck. It's common for new designers to wonder things like, do I need a certification? Is my portfolio good enough? Will AI replace me? And yeah, I totally get you. It's super overwhelming. So I'm making this video to share my takes on some of the most controversial topics in the field of UX UI design to hopefully help you gain some clarity. So the first one is you need to have certifications on your resume. The answer is no. If you think that that's going to be what's going to make a difference to make you land an interview or even land a job. In this field, recruiters are often more interested in work experience and a solid portfolio rather than focusing on education, especially since it's very common for UX UI designers to have a very diverse background. But there are a few things I'd like to say about certifications and studying in general. It is something that you should always seek and not only something to attract recruiters. Because if you really take a course or a certification and you apply everything that you learned, that's going to make you a better designer. The second misconception is that you need to study the principles before you start designing. And for me, that one is a solid maybe. Lots of people say that you need to study the principle first, read the classics, learn about human behavior, psychology, and etc. before you even open Figma. I do understand where people come from when they say this, but at least for me, that doesn't work. I'm all about the hands-on learning approach, but I feel confident about doing that because I'm always studying and reading the reasons of things on the side. I remember, for example, when I was going to design my first dark mode interfaces. I read a bunch of articles about it. I went to a bunch of websites. I watched some YouTube videos so I could get the theory and then incorporate the lessons to my interfaces on Figma. So when I say that this is a maybe, it's because you really need to analyze what's the best approach for you to learn. Within this topic, people always ask me if they should take a course or a boot camp first if they're brand new to UX UI design. My opinion is that it definitely helps giving you a roadmap on what you're going to need to study, but I can definitely say that the information is out there, is online. You can find it. It's just not going to be so organized. And if you think about taking a certification, my suggestion is the UX UI design certification from Google that you can take through Coursera. Now to the next one. All right, and the third misconception is it is okay for you to have only mock projects in your portfolio if you're yet to have your first work experience. And for me, that's false. There was a time when that could have been true, but at the moment we have such a competitive marketing that I don't think mock projects are going to be enough. Unless, of course, you're applying for an internship or an early career position. Companies these days are looking for people with work experience. And that's because these people are more likely to design for impact, helping the company meet their business goals and also enhancing the experience for the user. And I know that that's super discouraging, especially if you're just getting started. But my tip is for you to find ways a little out of the box to see what you're able to pull off so your projects are not mock projects. In one of my videos, I received this amazing tip of someone saying that an idea for a new designer is to partner with someone who is studying to become a developer. With this partnership, you would be designing the app or the website, and then the other person would be building it. That's really cool because you would have something on production to show on your portfolio. One thing that you can do with them or even by yourself is for you to look into some projects in your region that you believe in and you try to volunteer there. Let's say there is an animal shelter in your city. After you redesign their website, they get more calls or more signups or more adoptions. That's an amazing way for you to show that potential employer the impact that your work can have. And this is just you getting started. And the last one is that UX UI designers are going to be replaced by AI. So it's not even worth it to get started in the first place. Well, this is definitely a tricky topic, but in my opinion, I don't think that's happening anytime soon. At least for now, AI is more of a way for us to fast track and for us to optimize our workflow than actually doing the work for us. If there is a day in which AI is going to completely exterminate UX UI designers, that's going to be more of a gradual shift. And the responsibilities of the designers are going to be adjusted along the way. Maybe more coding, more project management, and so on. What I believe is that, at least in the short term, we're going to be talking about designers who don't use AI being replaced by those designers who do use AI. Well, I hope this video has helped you to gain some clarity when it comes to these misconceptions, to all of these things that we hear online, but we're not sure how to feel about it. I'm not saying the things I mentioned, that my points of view, they are the absolute true. It's important that you do your own research for you to come up with your own conclusions. Make sure to always keep studying and always keep learning. I've been trying out with some different video formats, so let me know how you're feeling about this in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one. Happy designing!